said I'd make 40 videos during Lent. It's day 14. We're still here. I'm celebrating. Which one do you want? I don't have the... Oh, do you want the leaflet? There you go. Have a look through the leaflet. Tell me which one you want. Is this not every single British Christmas ever? We're celebrating because we doubted ourselves, but not enough to actually fail. So, chocolate in the tea. These videos will stop being filmed at 11 o'clock at night and uploaded at midnight, I swear to God. But right now, it don't matter how you get the hens laying, just that they pop out the fucking eggs. Today's question is from Ellen Clare, and she says, "Hi Lena, I was wondering if you had any tips on overcoming feelings of inadequacy. I am starting an English degree in a few months, and after receiving really disappointing A-level results last year, I'm worried that I won't be good enough or intelligent enough and I'll end up falling behind. English and studying used to be one of the very few things that I didn't doubt my ability to do. But recently I've seemed to have lost all confidence in myself and can't seem to shake those doubts that I'm having." Ellen, that sucks. Also, I have bags under the bags in my eyes. Focus, Lena. Selfless advice. That sucks that you feel like that. I'm sorry. Have a chocolate. For one thing, A-levels. Okay, so here's the thing about A-levels. When you're taking A-levels, you spend a third to a fourth to a fifth of your time on any given subject. So even if you love it and you think that you're the best thing at it, you're literally only focused about a fifth of your time, which is insane considering that they're supposed to be setting you up for careers where you really focus on being good at maybe one thing or at least one topic or one company. The grades are also marked in this way that they take the average of what that year group has done that whole year from the whole of Britain, and then they average it out. So if you had loads and loads of people who got really high marks in the year that you were in, you're going to get a B. But if you were born the year before and you happen to be in a generation where a few people aren't as good at English as they thought they were, you could get an A. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So let's discard that as a representative of how you're actually going to do at university, especially with English. Wanting to actually be there, wanting to read the books, actually reading the books is about 2/3 of the battle. If you want to be there, you're already doing better than some of the most intelligent people in your year, because some of the most intelligent people in your year will have been praised and got those grades that really patted them on the back, and they're going to turn up in first year. They're going to turn up to the seminars and just be like, "I don't need to read this. I am so clever." Literally, how many people have had people in their seminars like that? "Oh, I didn't read the book, but here are 8 opinions I have on it." No, that doesn't work at uni. I feel like in A-levels, teachers are just grateful that kids turn up and they offer an opinion. When you're at uni, your opinion has to be based on what is essentially a labour-based activity. You have to read the books. And if you read the books and if you love the books and you're excited about studying, you're already better than most people in your year. Secondly, and for the second, we will take an 8th chocolate. You're doubting yourself because you've got expectations of yourself. Hurrah for actually having expectations for yourself. I definitely have loads of moments of doubt, but I think it's because I expect so much of myself and I think I'm so intrinsically cool that I can do really cool things. So the disappointment comes when I know that I'm not hitting that. So let's take a moment to celebrate your enormous amount of self-confidence in fearing this idea of failing yourself. People who don't think they can do things don't even try. They sit at home and they watch TV, and they moan about how other people live their lives. Again, I would still say you're in the top % of cool people ever to be trying this thing. Thirdly, if you're doubting yourself, if you're having those moments of, can I do this? Is this sensible? You are displaying amazing levels of critical thinking. It is sensible to consider whether you can do something or not. It almost sounds like you have the critical mind that's very, very, very useful during an English degree. Yes, you could fail. That is true. I don't think that it's helpful to have friends that go, "You're not going to fail. You're going to do everything perfectly. It's going to be great." That's not true. Law of averages suggests that you could fail. Get used to it. But how hard you work and how much you listen and how much you learn decide the odds on that. I think really that we're really taught, especially so at my school, we had this thing called Gifted and Talented, and they weeded people out in year 7 who they thought showed promise. This is at 11, when we all had gone to completely different primary schools, and decided that those people were allowed to learn Latin and do special activities and go on special trips because they were deemed gifted and talented. I wasn't on the gifted and talented list. Not bitter. And maybe I'm still not gifted and talented, but I'm also having a really good time at life, so I really think that school systems place this idea of talent and intrinsic intelligence on you that just really isn't true, and also doesn't really show up at university that much if you don't work hard. Feeling like you need to have been born as this Matilda, and that you've been tricking everybody into thinking that you're majorly talented from within, and you've been tricking everybody, and then you're going to be found out, is like an insane but common way to feel. This is a choice you make. If you work hard, and if you listen, and if you take criticism and use your imagination and think critically, me smells a great degree on the horizon. And 5, university isn't there so you can beat everybody and get the best grade and be the best student. University is there to take you from one level that you're on, your personal intelligence, and take you to the very next level. All you're aiming for is one level higher than how you are. Forget about everybody else. 6th point, learning makes you happy. I really believe this. You're going to find something or some author or some book or some topic or some historical thing that really fascinates you, and it's going to make you so happy to research it. You can't fail at that. I really think that my university experience made me happier, and that's why it was successful, because now I can like think and explain myself more and be able to express myself better to others, and I feel more understood by the world, and that's why it's a win. Point 8, you are never going to feel close to your goal if you're working for a long-term goal. You're never going to think, yeah, easy, I'll be there in half the time. Like, if you've set yourself a good goal that suits you, you're not going to feel that near to it at the beginning. I find that it helps me to remind myself of how I felt when I was like 9, and I looked at like teenagers and I was like, I'm just never going to get there. You feel so removed from that, and then you just become that when you're not watching, when you're doing other things, when you're working hard, when you've got your head down. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. What?
Can I have a story?
I saw a video.
What?
I saw a video.
Oh, God.
What do you want? What do you want?
I was going to ask how you became known as Kathleen, the soggy biscuit champion of the Midlands. But I think
Well, if you go onto reddit.com/Lena, you'll find out.